want some of your own treats? He wants M&Ms. Poor buddy. No. Bud. Welcome back, fam. Welcome back to the Video Diary series, Summer Edition. Don't mind me, one of my little flower clips popped out. Or it's like, this has happened a couple times. It actually happened on APO night when I wore these in my hair for the first time. It's probably just not the greatest brand, but they're really cute when they're in. Also, I think it has to do with the fact that I have really thick hair. In case you can't tell, that's my ponytail. So yeah, and we went on a wild goose chase to try to find these two pieces, because I have successfully put these back together before when they've broken apart. So see if I can do it again, and I figured I'd multitask because I also want to talk to you guys and see what's going on. Fun fact, we were looking for this all over my carpeted floor, found this piece on the floor. This piece was in my hair. That's why we couldn't find it. It was stuck in my hair. Didn't notice it till I was styling my hair for the night, so. Thick hair problems. Anyway, for those of you who don't know me, hello, my name is Eva Britton, and I am a Christian college student in the performing arts, currently on summer break, and starting on Tuesday, day after tomorrow, I'm getting to spend my summer kind of interning for a professional company in the area for their youth academy of shows, and I get to help them put on Descendants and Shrek Jr. for their kids and teens. And so I'm very excited to be basically camp counseling. I just dropped the screw that we spent forever trying to find. Hang on, nobody panic. I might murder somebody, hang on. It's all good. Got the little bolt. Maybe this isn't a good activity. For those of you who might not know, I grew up doing theater at a Christian youth theater company. And right now I'm going to a Christian university as a theater major. So all of the theater departments that I've like truly spent a lot of time in have been Christian and faith-oriented still. So this will be my first time working, like truly having a job at a place that is more like the real world type theater, which I'm really excited about, but a lot of people are wary about being Christians and going into the performing arts, especially musical theater, it seems, because it's very secular. And yeah, that's true. And so I'll be honest, there's a little part of me that's nervous about going into a space like this, presumably as the only Christian that I know of that's going to be a part of the program. Everyone seems super friendly, for the record, and I'm very excited to work with them. But yeah, I'm just like going into this very aware of the fact that I'm kind of walking into like little fish in a big pond, and I'm feeling a little nervous about the fact that some of their company policies don't align with my beliefs and that kind of thing. And I wouldn't have a problem with that ordinarily. Like, I very much know how to stand up for myself, how to stand up for my beliefs, but also I know not to just force it on people, that kind of thing. But I know how to stand up for what I believe in. If someone is putting me in a place where I feel the need to clap back, I know how to do so. But I don't anticipate having to do that here. But I think when kids are involved, that's where I suddenly get a little more about sitting idly by and letting people either do something in the name of Christ that is not Christ-like, or simply just doing something that's not Christ-like and teaching it as truth, no matter the reason. And so as I'm entering a company that is working with kids, and me being the only one who does uphold Christian values as far as I know, that's where I'm a little nervous going into working this camp, because I'm the newbie on the block. Everyone else knows each other, and I'm like the new person that they're hiring. So I'm kind of like, not only do I feel out of place in that sense, but also on top of that, faith-wise, because no matter what, I know Jesus is king, and I would choose Jesus over musical theater in a heartbeat. But I would love a world where I can do both. And as a young Christian girl trying to navigate this stuff, just so you know, this is entirely what this vlog series is going to be about, is me documenting my journey as someone trying to pursue musical theater while upholding and maintaining my faith and relationship with Jesus above all things. I've been sitting with that, and I'm kind of nervous going into this camp because I feel not pressure, but I feel like it wouldn't be my place to share my beliefs there, but at the same time, I don't want to praise Jesus in silence, if that makes sense. So as I have found, or like we had our church service this morning, that's why we had brunch afterwards. They were talking about inviting people to the table and inviting people to the table of Christ, and how most rich people or people who claim to have abundance in their lives would just share among each other, and the rich would share with the rich and have banquets for the rich, and it kind of stayed like a little bubble. But Jesus was different in that he invited the poor and the tired and everyone to eat at his table, and his table also promised salvation. So why wouldn't you accept that invitation? And I'm over here just feeling in my soul that the reason God allowed me to be hired at this specific company at this specific time in their children's division is for the same reason that, like Esther 4:14, who knows but that you've come to royal position for such a time as this. And I do believe that God has placed me here for a reason. I'm not going to go into this place and A, act like I own it, or B, treat it like church camp. Don't worry, that's not what I meant by this. But I do feel that I want it to be my goal to just represent Christ's character as best I can. Like, that's always my goal, every day, all the time. But I especially want to reflect Christ's love as best as I can in this space, because who knows who needs Jesus? Who knows who I'm supposed to meet at this camp? I'm just very heavily praying over this camp, and I'm like, okay, Lord, guide my footsteps, guide my words, guide my actions. I don't want to say anything that would misrepresent your love or your mercies that you show me and everyone else. Yes, when I say being a guiding light as in this space, I mean more in the sense of representing Christ's characteristics without talking about my religion all the time, because that's not appropriate in certain instances. But if something comes up and people inquire about it, I'm not going to lie and say that I'm not Christian. I am going to mention it. And I am going to wear my Bible tees. But not for some ulterior motive. It's just honestly because that is my character. If I identify as one thing, it's a sister in Christ. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, that I am a little bit nervous about going into a more professional theater company that kind of pushes me out of my comfort zone, but I think it'll be good. I am so close, I think, to getting this little flower to work. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I think my family's gonna watch the Thunderbolts later. I have no idea if I'm going with them or not. I'm not a huge movie person, but I might go just for the experience. So, catch you guys later. Update. I fixed it. Happy next day, friends. I went to, oh, there's cats. There's 2 cats right here. Buster, be nice. What's going on, you two? They always know when I'm about to film something. Right, Bust? Oreo? Yeah, well, I just got out of my job interview. Oh yes, I forgot to mention that I am still job hunting. And I went to my favorite coffee place, Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, to ask if they were hiring for jobs as well. That's kind of what I've been doing a lot recently on the job hunt, is I've just been going to my favorite places, and whenever I've been there, either in the drive-thru or in person, I've been like, hey, yeah, thank you so much. Hey, by the way, like, are you hiring right now? And I've had some really funny interactions that way, some really nice, that's my favorite way to go about it, I think. Because it shows determination. And also they see my personality better that way. So, and I'm really excited to start my camp tomorrow. Start working on Descendants, very excited. They were asking us our preferences for jobs. So we'll see where I'm placed, because all of us, there's 4 of us that are TAs, And so because of that, they're thinking of putting us in the area of musical theater that we like the most, or that we want to learn most about. So they asked us our preferences of like who wants to learn how to music direct or choreograph or direct or that kind of thing. And there's 4 jobs they're looking to fill for all of us during tech and performances. So they're looking for 2 deck managers, a floater, and like a costume head. So we'll see what happens there. I will keep y'all updated. I'm so excited to start my job tomorrow. And also, it's official. I'm reading so much. I enjoy reading now. It's crazy. It's because I started reading the series Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas because it sounded appealing to me. I've heard some good things about it, so yeah. And I just finished the first book the other day. And I had mentioned in a previous video that I was wary about continuing it because it seemed like there was some demonic stuff going on in the book. But the thing that really hooked me kind of at the climax of the book, without spoiling it, is that it alludes to the fact of spiritual warfare within this fantasy realm, which, as a Christian, naturally, I equated it to the constant battle between angels and demons that's going on in real life, which we're not privy to, but which we experience the effects of in different ways as spiritual beings. And so that's what I saw in this book as well, and I got really hooked on it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna download the second book in the series and start reading that today. The second one is Crown of Midnight, so we'll see. I've heard this one is darker than the other ones. I read some of the Goodreads reviews and they're like, if you thought you liked Throne of Glass, this is where things get real. And I'm like, did you all not read the climax of Throne of Glass? Because that was pretty intense too. So I'm a little like, we'll see what happens. Also, I'm drinking the vanilla bean cold brew from Coffee Bean. It's hit and miss for me, but it was calling my name today. It's very strong. It feels like straight cold brew today. But maybe that's a good thing, because I had some crazy interactions at my interviews today. So I'm pretty sure, okay, this is not relevant, but it's a funny story. So when I was asking the Coffee Bean people, because I've already applied for that a couple months ago and I never heard back. So I wasn't sure if they just weren't interested or if something fell through the cracks. So I asked them about it when I was in getting my croissant and my coffee today. And they're like, yeah, normally they get back to you, so something weird must have happened. And I was like, yeah, well, I'd love to work here if you guys are still hiring, that kind of thing. And so they spoke with their manager, and then the barista through the window just like hands me a paper and pen and is like, can you just like put your name and number and we'll get back to you sometime this week? And I'm like, that'd be awesome. So I pull out of the drive-thru and like turn to the front because I don't want to take up the line. And so then I see this middle-aged couple that's like sitting outside that's like watching this. They're like, that girl was in the drive-thru for a long time and now she's gonna come inside, that's weird. And they see that I'm writing my name and phone number on this piece of paper, and I'm nervously walking in to hand it to the barista and nervously walking away, and they're just staring at me judgmentally, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they probably think that I'm asking this barista out. So I just think that's really entertaining, that's likely what was going on in their heads. I gave them a little Coffee Bean entertainment. It's also Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day to all of us fellow Americans out there. USA. So we're thinking of doing like a barbecue hot dog cookout thing for dinner tonight, and my mom has thrown around the idea of s'mores. We're suckers for s'mores in the summer, so yeah. I want to see how good the almond croissant is this time. I'm a sucker for almond croissants is the other thing, so. I'm surprised they still had them left. It's like 3 in the afternoon. Normally the pastries are the first to go. It's very good. I'm also thinking I might want to get a cute little Kindle case for my Kindle, since I'm gonna be reading, for sure, I'm gonna try to read all of Throne of Glass. And also, I tend to like the 3 Pines Mystery series by Louise Penny as well. So I think getting a cute little Kindle case that matches my personality would be really nice too. Also, I need to show you what the cats are up to because they're both just hanging out back here. It's really sweet. So Oreo's just been chilling along the side of our house right there. And then Buster appeared out of nowhere when he heard me And after harassing Oreo for a little bit at the start of the video, there he is drinking out of our pool water. Buddy, what you doing? Okay, so tomorrow morning is the start of my camp, and I realize I want to be prepared as I'm starting to do my night routine now. I was like, ooh, so that I'm not too stressed tomorrow morning because I don't have too long, because I'm driving to about half an hour plus traffic to the theater. I have to be there by 8:30 a.m. So I'll have to leave here at like 7:45. So I'm thinking, so that I don't have too many things that I'm putting off until tomorrow morning, I'm gonna start prepping my rehearsal bag now. I haven't done a summer camp with this company, so I'm not 100% sure what their layout is. I do have a schedule with them that I can triple check. I know they have like a break time during the day, or like a quiet time where kids can nap if they want. They can do a non-technology based activity, so I don't know if my Kindle counts or not, but I might bring Crown of Midnight to read on my Kindle. We'll see, I might pack it just in case. So I figured I would get my rehearsal bag ready with you guys. So I have my bog bag, let me go get it. Here it is. Don't mind me literally being in my pajamas. It is 10 p.m. and I was about to go to bed. And I'm like, let's de-stress beforehand. So this has been my go-to rehearsal bag for a lot of things recently. It's just a good size. And it's waterproof, which is always a bonus, and there's a rubber duck in there. Thanks, Mari. Step one, I'm just gonna, for the love. Oh look, Buster's here, guys. I'm vlogging right now. Got my libretto, gonna put that in here. And I always have this in here. It's just a little sketch pad for notes and whatever. I need to make sure I have a pencil, actually. And then just my notes from the meeting. I need to double check what the schedule is. And then I've got my camp shirt that I'm gonna wear tomorrow. I'm gonna leave that out right there. Do I have a pen in here? Because I need a pencil to take notes, that kind of thing, because it is my job to assist the stage manager as well. Okay, so 8:30 to 3:15 is what I put. Slay, okay. Stealing this pen. And then I also need to remember to pack a lunch for myself tomorrow, and I'll get ready with you guys tomorrow morning. I am here at the theater, about to go plug in the secret code to the stage door. I'm very excited to start my first day of camp. Just listen to worship music the whole way here. Definitely a morning girly, finally getting back into that rhythm. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how today goes. Very nervous, like feeling all the jittery excitement. The caffeine is 100% working. So I got here like half an hour early, so I'm thinking, oh, there's someone circling the parking lot that has stuffed animals on her. So I'm guessing that's one of my fellow TAs who's also like, where do we go? Yeah, so I'm gonna go in early to ask some clarifying questions, just to get to know people a little bit, you know, and kind of remember the layout, because I haven't been here in a couple weeks. So if I don't see you guys later, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog.